Hello class, this is a video tutorial on binomial expansion proofs. In this type of proof, we are going to be using a given thing to work with in order to hit the target thing that we're given. Okay, so here we go. For this one, we're going to be working with the right-hand side first. So RHS equals the binomial expansion for this is the sum from k equals 0 to n of 2n choose k, x to the power of 2n minus k times x to the power of negative 1 to the power of k. This first part of the identity, I'm just going to use ditto marks because it's the same thing. But this becomes x to the power of negative k. So I want you to imagine that. And so we're going to collect like terms with the indices here. So multiplying these two, we're going to get x to the power of 2n minus k plus minus k gives us negative 2k. Actually, you may as well just write all of this out just by copy pasting. So this is now the right-hand side that we are working with. Looking at the identity, it's saying 2n choose n. So this means we're going to just let k equal n. So let k equal n. Because we're substituting one number for k, we don't need the entire summation of this or the sigma notation anymore, because we are substituting one value. So substituting n for k, so substituting it here, this will give us 2n choose n, x to the power of 2n minus 2 times k, which is now n. This is now x to the power of 0, which is 1, which just gives us 2n choose n. Well, I'll write it in, x to the power of 0. Now, this gives us a clue as to what we are looking for on this left-hand side. According to what we're already doing, x to the power of 0 is the constant term. And this now tells us what we're looking for on the left-hand side is also the constant term. So let's now expand the left-hand side and see what we get. I'm going to break this down into two colors, this one in orange and this one in green. Now for the green one, and this is only from experience, I'm going to switch this as 1 on x plus x to the power of n later. And you'll see why, because the multiplication makes it a lot easier later. So in orange, we get the sigma k equals 0 to n choose k, x to the power of n minus k times x to the power of negative 1 times k. That is in orange. And now in green, it's the exact same thing. Change this one to green. But like I said, I'm going to switch these two around, meaning it's going to be x to the power of k, like this. I'm just going to switch it again one more time, like so. So it's literally just this goes first, and it's x to the power of k last. I'm going to simplify this a bit further. In orange, I'm just going to copy this sigma notation. And now looking carefully, it'll be n minus k plus negative k. because I'm taking the index laws together, n minus 2k times, and in orange, again, we take this first part because it's the same. But looking carefully now with this one, we get negative k plus another k. So writing that out, we get negative n plus k times x to the power of k. This will give us plus 2k. It's now this that we're going to work with in order for us to get what we're looking for. Now, for problems like these, if we can't see how we're going to get the constant from here, well, then it's easier if we just expand or take a few of the terms. So in orange, substituting k equals 0, x to the power of, remember substituting 0 here, I get just n, plus substituting k equals 1 here, so n choose 1, x to the power of n minus 2 times 1 is 2, plus substituting k equals 2, so n choose 2, x to the power of, substituting 2 here gives me 4, so n minus 4, plus this will keep going all the way up until k will equal n. So n, choose n, x to the power of, if k equals n, we get, I'll write it out here, n minus 2n, that will give us negative n. All of this is going to multiply with the one in green. It'll be the exact same thing. So n choose 0. But if I substitute k equals 1, sorry, k equals 0, it'll just be negative n. Plus, substituting k equals 1, we get n choose 1, x to the power of negative n plus 2. Substituting n choose 2, x to the power of, remember substituting 2 here, this will give me plus 4, so negative n plus 4. And this will keep going up until n choose n, x to the power of, writing this one out, substituting n here, we get negative n plus 2n. That would just give us positive n. Now, yet another confusing bit of what we're going to do here. Just to help you understand what we're doing, I'm going to take just the first 3 from each. Because remember, we are expanding two brackets here. So taking the first 3, it's actually one bracket times another bracket. And how we would normally expand this is as follows. It'd be this times this times this times this, and then this times this times this times this, and then again this times this times this times this. But this is only with the first 3 in each. Can you imagine how large this would be if we had to expand this first one with every single term, and then plus this times every single term, plus this times every single term? We would have many, many, many terms. However, from the right-hand side, we are only looking for the constant terms. So the multiplications that only give us x to the power of 0. So only looking for the constant terms now. This will only come from the results of multiplying n times well, x to the power of n times x to the power of negative n. Can you see that the product of these two will give me a constant term, which means their coefficients will multiply. So it'll be n choose 0 squared. Likewise, these two, when they multiply, will be x to the power of 0. So these two coefficients will also multiply. So plus n choose 1 squared plus, and this pattern continues. These two, when multiplied, will give us x to the power of 0. So these coefficients will multiply. So n choose 2 squared plus all the way up until n choose n, whoops, n choose n all squared. Now take a look at what this is signifying. It's taking all the coefficients, squaring them, then adding them. This can be written as the sum from k equals 0 to n of the square of n choose k. So think about how this can expand into this. So if these are the coefficients of the constant terms, and this is the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, this is the coefficient of the constant terms, this must equal this. So we can say, therefore, this must equal this one. Oops. And we have now just proven this identity. Now, as I said, we're looking at just the skill of being identifying what we are targeting. And in this identity, from the right-hand side to n choose n, it's said to let k equal n, and we saw that it became a constant term. Therefore, on the left-hand side, we were just looking for the constant terms. So that's the skill we're looking for. But this is actually significant in Pascal's triangle, but it's more important to see this skill that just we developed. But just to show you what this means in Pascal's triangle, this means if we take a row, look at every coefficient, square them, then add them, it will be equal to 2 times the row we chose and find the coefficient halfway. So 2n choose n, that's halfway. They will be equal, which means, so for example, I'm going to take row 3. So n is 3. I'm going to take the square of every coefficient, add them. So let me do that now. So row 3. So 1 squared plus 3 squared plus 3 squared plus 1 squared. That's the sum of every coefficient. That's what it's saying here. This will be equal to double the row, so the 6th row, and find halfway. So take a look. The sum of the squares of each coefficient of row 3 is equal to double that row, 6, and finds it halfway. And there it is, see? Halfway of 6th row is equal to the sum of all the squares in the 3rd row. And just to show you that this will work as well with the 4th, actually I can't do the 4th row because I need the 8th. We'll do this for the 2nd row. So 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 1 squared is 6. So 2. Take the double of that, which is 4, and look at the middlemost term, 6. And as you can see, it's there in Pascal's triangle. So I hope that's giving you an insight into this skill of identifying the term that we're looking for from the right-hand side and finding the equivalent thing on the left-hand side using a given expansion. Hope to see you in the next video, and best of luck.